Good morning, everybody. Just going to give it a few minutes for people to join. We're going to be doing a restorative flow today. So if you have your big bolsters and pillows, little pillows, blocks, blankets, maybe weighted blankets or sandbags, feel free to grab everything you love to have in a restorative practice. We are going to be working on tight inner thighs and hips and like the front of your hips, and really work in like the ligaments and the soft tissue to help do a little bit more of a deeper release via a subtle energy work here. So I'm on my comfy futon and have it all laid out, so that way it's just totally comfortable underneath me. If you can practice this in bed, great, or if you have like a Thai massage mat, that's awesome. We'll go ahead and get started. So we'll just start with grabbing our big bolster. Let's come into a supported badakanasana. So we're going to bring our big bolster into the middle of your space. Take one of your blocks, and then depending on how high up you want to sit, you can put your block at its highest, medium, or lowest. I'm just going to set mine at its lowest, and then I'm also going to put a pillow, just a little one, right where my head will drop. And then I will make sure I have a pillow or blocks for either side of my knees. So I'm going to turn away from my block, away from my bolster, and I'm going to sit my hips up nice and close, making sure my blanket is nearby. Taking one pillow under one knee, feet coming together, and then another pillow under the other. This one's a little bit, there we go. And you want to make sure that you're not going to your extreme. We're going to be holding these poses for like minutes, several minutes. So making sure that nothing is like pinching or super painful. You just want it to be like maybe if you go to your edge and then dial back like 30%. So nothing crazy. And then I'm a vata, which means I'm very airy, flighty. I get distracted easily. My mind is all over the place. My body wants to blah, blah, blah. So I have to get stuff to help kind of weigh me down. So I'm going to pull this bolster right up into my hip. And that's flipped. And then with the blanket, I'm going to lay back. And then you can completely cover up. And if you need something under your arms because they don't quite reach the floor, I recommend putting a block or pillow or a small blanket or towels to help elevate your arms a little bit so they're not just like running out of blood. Start to fall asleep. But laying back, feet together, knees wide, we're going to take a deep inhale. Exhale out through the mouth. Still a couple more times. Inhaling. Exhale out through the mouth. Once more, can you breathe in a little bit deeper into the belly, into the groin? Nice and slow out through the mouth. Can you make a sigh? Allowing your muscles to relax and soften deeply into this practice. Like I said, we'll be holding these poses for a little while. So trust that I'm still here. The screen did not freeze. Everything's still going. And notice what happens if you just want to escape a pose all of a sudden. If you're laying there and all of a sudden your body's like, oh, let's get out. Pause. Can you breathe into that sensation of wanting to leave? Breathe into the area that might be finding that discomfort and triggering the retreat alarms. And can you soften into that feeling and let it wash over you? If you can sit past that, that's when the true healing comes. So keeping that in mind for our practice, our intention, becoming more aware of when it's our mind that wants to escape something, or if really our body needs to. So of course, if something is actually painful, get out, switch, adjust, modify. But if you're comfortable and all of a sudden, boop, your body wants to escape, slow down, breathe, stay. So coming to our body and our breath, continuing to breathe into the groin area, the inner thighs. Keeping your mind here in this space. I'll hold this pose for several rounds of breath, so again, I'll let you know when it's time to come out. Allowing your body to make any noises or yawns, allowing it to release energy. You need to kind of shift in this pose a little bit, making sure that you're 10%, 20% more comfortable, or allowing energy to move. You can do so. Just breathing into those areas. With restorative yoga, we kind of want to hold each pose until you just feel so at absolutely peaceful and grounded in that pose, that you could just see living in this pose for the rest of your life and never move. The goal is to relax the body as much as possible. You can always stay in any pose for as long or as little as you'd like. So if you're ready to come out of this, you can start to deepen your breath. And making as little effort as possible to sit up, I'm slowly going to roll to one side to bring my torso up. And moving my blanket out of the way, I'm going to take my knees over to the right, coming into that side twist that we like to do sometimes. You can move your pillow out of the way, which I kind of like it right there. Just bringing that big bolster up into your hip. You can keep your block on the bolster or under it if you like that angle, or you can lower the bolster all the way down. It's up to you. We're going to lengthen out from our hips, twisting gently over to the right, lowering down. Always making your adjustments so you can be 20% more comfortable. So you can really settle into this. Letting go of your muscles, your bones, and give your toes a wiggle and release them. Making sure there's no tension anywhere in your body. Just peace and ease, breathing, softening. Staying where you are, breathing. Feel everything getting heavier and heavier. Breathing into that right hip, right side of the leg, right side of the body. Exhaling to let go more and more and more. Again, feel free to stay anywhere as long as you'd like. If you're ready to come out of this, you can deepen your breath, bringing your chin to center or over to the left. And slowly we'll start to walk our hands back towards our hips, recentering the bolster if it's moved at all, and placing the block back underneath if you took that out. We're going to turn back to face away from the bolster, bringing your hips up nice and close. So last time we were in this pose, we had our feet together with our knees wide. Now we're going to have our knees wide and our feet wide. So I'm going to take my knees out to the side, almost like a big sumo stance, or as if I were going into a goddess squat or horse squat. And so that way my heels are in the same line as my knees, and my legs are at about a 90-degree angle, maybe a little bit less. Cover up with the blanket. Find support for your knees however you need it. And then laying back onto the bolster. So now this might be a little bit deeper of a groin stretch. Just breathing into this space. Again, propping and modifying however you need to, so you're not at your edge, but maybe close to the edge. Letting go of all of your muscles, give your toes a wiggle, release your feet, bring the shoulders underneath the spine, wiggle the fingers and release the hands. Inhale deep into the low belly, the hips, the groin. Exhale it out and down, settling in to hold this pose. you need to make any adjustments to make sure you're 20% more comfortable, you can do so, and then settle back down. Remembering if your body wants to all of a sudden escape a pose, not because it's painful or anything, but just feels random, just breathe into it. Breathe into the sensations of your hips and your groins. Try to relax, and there might be this final resistance in your body, but then this release and this shudder kind of vibrates through that area, and you finally feel it release for the first time. It's quite incredible. Keeping your mind in your body, submitting it to all the sensations that your body has to offer, allowing the messengers to deliver their information, breathing, softening, accepting. So a few more rounds of breath here. How can you soften 10%, 20% more? Slowly you can start to deepen your breath if you're ready to move. Always moving slowly and mindfully through these poses. Nice and slow, make our way off of the bolster. Slide your legs forward and then together gently. And we'll twist to the left this time, bringing our knees together. Taking our twist on the opposite side. Making your adjustments with your bolster how you like. Keeping your blanket close by. Lengthening gently out from my hips, twisting over to the left, lowering down. Make yourself 10 or 20% more comfortable if you can. Not holding the shoulders, not holding the hips, not holding anything. Release any tension in your jaw. Relax the back of your neck. Keep allowing your whole body to melt and release down. It's hard to want to come out of these poses. They feel so good. But if you're ready to, you can start to deepen your breath. Slowly start to lift your body out of this pose. And we'll take the block out from underneath the bolster, keeping the bolster how it is, just sliding it down towards the edge of your mat. Take this block with you. We're going to turn, I'm going to start on my left side. Just kidding. So my mic keeps slipping all over the place. I'm going to face away from you to start because my right hip, my right groin is the one that needs like the stretch the most. So to bring my body into balance, I need my practice to be out of balance. So I'm not going to spend as long on my left side as I do with my right in this pose. So if you have a tighter groin, like your right or left, do your least tightest side right now, and then we'll hold our tighter side for a wee bit longer after. So keeping the bolster where it is. I'm going to face away from you for a moment. Try and be gentle in your movements when setting this up. We're going to kind of do like a supported Buddha squat. So I'm going to come to my knees, keeping my right knee under my right hip. I'm going to extend my left leg out to on top of the bolster and slowly slide my hip down and over. So now I'm going to take a block at an angle, either on its highest height or medium, or even a pillow or both in the middle to support my opposite thigh. So I'm going to try and support my right thigh with the pillow and the bolster, the pillow and the block, while my left leg extends out onto the bolster. The stretch we're looking to get is in our left groin. And then setting anything up you need for your head. Bringing your right knee a little bit more under your chest. So again, it becomes more of a left groin than a right groin stretch. Resting your head down, releasing your body. Just breathing and being here. Covering up so you stay warm and supported. Making your adjustments. Find your support. And just breathing here. Send oxygen deep into the groins, the inner thighs. And then exhale that oxygen down, carrying out any tension to be cleansed into the earth. And so again, my right knee is straight forward, my thigh is underneath my right hip and right waist. I have a block between my bottom and my foot to offer a little support, and I have a bolster under my forehead. Just breathing. Softening, releasing. You wiggle the toes and let everything go. I just rolled up a tiny pillow. You can roll up a tiny blanket or something, and I put it under between my right hip and thigh for a little extra support. We'll hold this for just a few more rounds of breath. Unless you're realizing this is your tight side, you can stay longer. So if this is your tighter side, you can stay behind and I'll let you know when it's time to come out to switch your side. But if this is your least tighter side, we'll start to deepen our breath. Slowly sitting up. Then I'm going to lean to the right to slide my left hip off. I don't want to use my ligaments or my muscles for anything. 2. Bless me. So now I'm going to turn to face the opposite direction, keeping my bolster where it is. I'm going to grab my other bolster because that's going to end up being my head support on this side. A little bit softer of a cushion there, but just so you can see what I'm doing before I put that there. Making sure my blanket is available. So bolster is long. I'm going to come to my knees, keeping my left knee under my left hip. I'm going to extend my right leg out and on top of the bolster. Ooh, this is the tight side for me. And then I'm just going to sit back. If this is comfortable for you and you can just lower it down, that's great. If you need a support underneath your bottom and your heel, you can do that. One in between your thigh and your waist, you can do that. Finding all the ways that make you absolutely comfortable in this pose. I think I'm going to do a little pillow support behind my bottom, in between my leg. I'm getting my blanket set up. Cover your feet. Okay, and then now I'm going to slide my bolster over so when I lower it down, my head rests right on top. So it might take a little bit of a finagling to get situated. And then lay this up. Just gonna lay on this other bolster here. This is where just like a regular bed pillow would be nice. I'm just going to put a block. Again, make sure that this is something you can hold for like quite some time. Do what you gotta do to make it comfortable. I'm also putting my pillow right in between my hip and the top of my thigh. And that'll give me a little bit of extra support. I'm going to pull this bolster up. Get comfy. There we go. So we're holding this one for a lot longer. So just breathe and soften. Again, allowing yourself to adjust or release energy. And then trying to soften into stillness. Feeling these subtle energies move and react through your body. Send your breath to wherever you feel the tension. Expand those areas with oxygen. Exhale out that tension. Is it easy to move your breath through your body? Is there places where it feels stuck or stagnant? Those are the places we're working to release. And remember, this is the tighter side, so we're going to hold this a lot longer. If you are holding your tighter side from our previous side, you can switch to the side we're on now. If this is your tighter side, we're hanging out still. Breathing, releasing, staying connected. Just a couple more rounds of breath. When you're ready, you can slowly start to lift your torso. We're gonna slide onto the left to bring our legs together and slowly sit up. And then we'll go ahead and move some of these props to the side. Can bring our bolster in towards our hips, coming into a supported child's pose. I'm going to take a pillow between my feet and my hips. Hug the bolster into my hip area. My little pillow, there it is. And then lower down for a supported child's pose. And this will be, taking a few deep breaths here. And feel free to stay here as long as you'd like, but if you're ready, you can slowly sit up, turning both bolsters perpendicular across the mat or bed, one at their medium height and the other at their lowest. I'm going to lay back and slide my hips up to the bolster, carry my legs over and place my feet on top of the second bolster. Laying back for savasana, grabbing your blanket, covering up, Doing whatever you need to do to feel fully comfortable. Doing whatever you need to do to feel comfortable and supported. So we'll just be here for a little bit of time. Adjust, get nice and comfortable, supported. Tucking the shoulders underneath the spine, lengthening the spine out from the hips and the shoulders. Deep breath into your whole body. Exhale down. So with my feet planted on the bolster, my knees are bent and gently resting in towards one another. Feet just a little bit wider than my hips. And just being here. Allowing your mind to sink deeper into the bodily sensations. Taking in any information the body has to offer. And then, of course, trust me, I will bring you back when it's time. For now, you are safe. You are cared for. I've got you. And feel free to stay in your savasana for as long as you can or want to. If you're ready to come out of this, wiggle the toes and the fingers, the wrists, the ankles, nice and gently. Full body stretch, nothing super tight, very gentle. Thank you, body. Love you, body. When you're ready, we'll slowly sit up. Thank you so much for joining. I hope that this helps you to feel better and more relaxed. Be sure to leave me any comments, requests, or questions. I hope you have an amazing day or night. Namaste. All right, let's see if there's any comments to check out. Okay. Hey everyone. Live chat. All right. Hello, Wagas Ali. Thank you. I'm doing good. How are you? The weather's pretty hot here too. It's been like in the 90s, so yeah, but I kind of like it. It's also been pretty windy, so want a home tour. Okay, we're still moving in. We haven't like completely moved everything in and unpacked and decorated, and yeah, we still have some stuff to get rid of because we moved from a big house to like a smaller condo. But I will definitely give that home tour, and I've been wanting to talk about like what I eat in a day and stuff like that. I'm donut right now. It's so yummy when I eat. That's hilarious. You're the best. Always download your yoga vlogs. Always practice them. And oh, that's so great. You and family that are the best instructor. You're so sweet, Wagasali. I appreciate that. So thank you, thank you. Enjoy donut and cold coffee. Imagine you're sitting with me. I will. I'll see if there's any vegan, sugar-free donuts around here I can grab. It's good. It's your Rahul. It's good that you're comfortable, but as a beginner, I think I need to see how you place your legs. Rahul, if you can look, I show you how I place the legs before I cover my with the blanket. So maybe I can do more of an aerial version. I can hang it from the ceiling next time to show those poses better. So I'll think about doing that. Thank you. All right, I'm so glad. Have a beautiful day, everybody.